What is up, YouTube? This is Zach with Dreamedia Home Theater, and I am out here in Aubrey, Texas. I'm going to be doing an installation today of a 7.2.4 Dolby Atmos Klipsch system with a rs2000. Everything terminating back in the closet. The guys right now are working on getting everything brought up into the house. We're also going to be installing a 75-inch QLED TV with a Sonos system in the living room. So you guys stay tuned, and I'm going to show you how we do it. Thanks for watching. Alright, as you can see, we're getting the in ceilings cut. We got one in over there. We're having to work with trying to get as close to studs as possible, just because the builder left us some nice holes. So you can see a little bit of touch-up paint for the client afterwards, but not too bad. We've also run a subline all the way from this cabinet up through the wall, up all the way down into this closet. Probably one of the more trickier things we'll be doing today. And yeah, getting it done. Yeah, okay. No waiting today. Alright. Yeah, we can make it where we two. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that'll work. Some days, 5 or 6 houses a day. 6 days a week. Alrighty, so we got our subline run. I'm about to clean that up. Runs through the wall, comes out here next to our home run. We're about to clean all these cables. We also have the projector line, the HDMI, as well as a cat cable for the universal remote. Unfortunately, we can't do too much in this room until the client is done painting, as well as he's getting his carpet replaced tomorrow. So that leaves us at a bit of a standstill. But for now, I'm going to prep some of the gear, clean up the space, and then I'll show you what we got going on outside. All right, as you can see, we are pre-wired. We're putting 2 all-weather-proof in-ceiling speakers, and we're going to go ahead and get started. YouTube, we are back in this space. Last time we installed these 4 Atmos speakers. We did some cable prep for the rest of today's install. As you see, the room's changed a little bit since you were here last. Customer has put in their carpet as well as their raised seating. Let me show you what we're putting into this install. We have here the RP8000F from Klipsch, of course, with the ceramic metallic woofers. Oh man, these things just look great. They produce a great sound stage for the front of your room. Oh, look at that tweeter. Yeah, this is a quality product. Those are going at the front of the room, of course. Next to them, these are our rear speakers, the RP600Ms. Let me get out of the light for you there. Oh yeah. Again, these things just look fantastic. I prefer them without the covers on them. Next we have our surrounds, the RP502S. These awful speakers. produce a lot of noise and have good directionality. Of course, we have two subs in this room, the SPL 150s. We got one, we got two. These things are monster, produce a lot of bass, and yeah, they just sound good. They're ported subs, of course, as you see right there at the front of each unit. Yeah, these things put out a lot of sound. All right, then we have our brains of the operation, the Integra DRX 4.2, 7-channel. It's yeah, this is going to be powering our setup. This is installed in our strong rack unit. This, of course, comes with the fans inside for ventilation. Which, you know, aren't functioning right now because we have our JVC rs2000 on top. Look at this bad boy. Yeah, this is going to create a great picture. Great picture quality. 4K E-shift. Oh yeah. All right. It's a lineup of a good portion of our products here. Now we're going to start installing and we'll show you how it goes. So in pre-wired locations such as this is what we often see when we take the plates off. We got a nice bundled up cable. This is going to be the side towers, the left and right for our soundstage. As you see, this builder used a nice thick gauge cable. This is fairly quality. This is some of the nicer builder grade installation cable that I've seen. So I'm going to get that cut back and move on. If you're putting a pass-through on yourself for your home or something like that, you want to keep in mind where your viewing angle will be from. So let's say this is fairly low to the ground. What you don't want is something like this, where you can look straight into the pocket if you're standing up high, as you can kind of see there. You don't want to be able to look down into that, and plus it cuts off the cable because the cable's coming from up in the wall. So something like that. That's the way you want to install it. That way you can't see into the pocket as well as it's not cutting the cable off. All right, we are on the side of the room looking to hook up our surround speakers. As you can see, cable's real low. a little low for hanging it at ear height. So everything's going to be on this platform. The seating's going to be on this platform. So I've measured about ear height, which is 54 inches, which is right here at my first mark. And then on the back of the speaker, you can see here, this is where you mount the speaker to the wall. It's just got a place for a screw right there. So I've measured down from the top to about where this sits in, and it's 1 3/4 inches. So I have my stud marked out, and then from my 54-inch mark, I have 1 3/4 inches down marked out, and that's where I'm going to put my screw, right into the stud. And the way that they typically run these cables up the wall is they zigzag in the stud. So I'm going to mount this, go down about a couple inches or so, level with my pocket for my connections. I'm going to make an incision on the correct side of the stud, that being the right side of the stud, catch my wire, bring it through, snip it, trim it, put it in the speaker and mount it, and I should be good to go for our surrounds. All right, now I got my screw in. I put my speaker on the hook, and I used a piece of tape to mark how high this cavity is for the wire. You see there? Now there's a little bit of room thanks to how this is mounted. It sits at a little bit of an angle off the wall because of this depth. But this is going to be our best shot for creating our hole for our cable. So this is about the height I need. I want to get it as close to this stud as possible. We don't have a lot of room behind the speaker to hide the hole, so I'll be creating the hole right about there. Alright, the screen we're working with today is a Screen Innovations Zero Edge Slate screen. It's got 1.2 gain, and it's got the cinescope dimensions. So
235 watt.
235 1 cinescope. It's a really nice screen, and we're going to show you how it's put together. Let's get started. Remember guys, for each corner, you want to have one that's double the thickness of the other. So you have one thin and one thick.
What is up YouTube? This is Zach, Dreamedia Home Theater, and I am out here on a home where we installed a beautiful Klipsch 7.3.4 Atmos system. And we got a super sick 133 inch 235 SI Slate 1.2 screen. This does not have the backlit LED kit on it, but you can add it to it. I know a lot of you guys like that. But we're using a JVC rs2000, which is firing into this cinescope screen. One great thing about that rs2000 is it does have a lens memory, so you can go back and forth between, you know, your 16:9 and your 235. A lot of my customers will put in like curtains off to the sides to kind of crop that out whenever you're not using it. But this customer, this is a dedicated movie room. He loves his movies. He wants to watch it with the full cinematic experience, which is what it's all about. So let me run through the exact speaker system that we have. We have the Klipsch, the RP8000S, as well as the RP504C. This combo right here is awesome. I mean, we sell this thing every single day, ship it out all over the place. We're running two massive 15-inch woofers here at the front of the room to really just make that bass move through your soul. Sounds sweet. And these are the SPL 150s. We also, at the back of the room, have one SPL 120, little 12-inch, which is giving you a kick from behind, which just gives you better dispersion throughout the space, giving it a nice level audio throughout all rows of seating. It has 2 rows in this room, which we're about to spin it around, and I'll show you the rest of the configuration. So, as you look over here, we have our first surround speaker. And on the other side, we also have the other surround speaker, surround left and right here at ear level, so that whenever that car comes screeching around the corner, you're really hearing it rip around the corner, and when that helicopter is above you, you hear that right here above your head, giving you separation and channel and giving that full cinematic experience. Now as you come around to this back part of the room here, we have the RP600Ms. These are the monitors, and they're just sitting right here on a bar top. I'm not sure if you can see down in here, but in the cabinet, the customer actually had it built for that SPL 120, and it looks really nice. So that's the full 7.1, and then overhead, here's our Atmos locations. Atmos height rears and mids. And that completes the entire configuration. All right, and over here, guys, we have the location where all the equipment is terminating. We had the customer pre-wire this to this location, which made life a lot easier. And we put in the strong FS series rack, which you see us use all the time. I like this little guy. It comes fully enclosed, built just like this. It has the fans here in the top to help keep it cool. Nice glass door that you can open like this. It also has these tube lights, which are kind of cool. Kind of lights up the front like that. And you can close them like halfway. And then the customer is using the DRX 4.2, which is powering up this system. And then he's got a second 2-channel amp down here. And then we're using the Pioneer Blu-ray player, the UDP LX500. That is a native 4K Blu-ray player, which is being fed to our RS2000. And then inside of here, we also have the hub for the Harmony Pro, as well as the Apple TV. So he has 2 sources in this room, the Blu-ray and the Apple TV available. But everything can be in here with the doors shut. The Harmony is working over the Wi-Fi network and communicating between the remote and the hub, or the phone and the hub, to control all the devices in here, which is very nice. Keeps it out of sight, nice and clean. And I think the one thing I didn't show you was the RS2000 up here, guys. And that's being mounted using the strong fine adjust projector mount that you see us use all the time. It works really nice on these JVC projectors, and in my opinion, it's absolutely crucial that you use this particular mount if you're going to be using a zero edge screen like this. The zero edge screens don't really have a lot of leeway to be bleeding into the border. It's super, super tiny. All right, one other thing, guys, that I wanted to note, and you're probably wondering, acoustic panels, acoustic treatments, bass traps. These are things that we do strongly recommend to our customers. A lot of people don't do them. They don't see the importance in it, but it is something that is recommended as a home theater company, that you install acoustic treatments like this. If you hear the response in this room is really nice and flat. I mean, we're not getting too much echo. We're not, it's not dampened too much either. It's honestly perfect. So that's what you're going for. A lot of these rooms, whenever we put the system in, you know, the reverb's crazy and it really distorts the quality of the audio. So in this particular circumstance, the customer did panels all the way down the side and a couple bass traps in the corner, and did, I believe, a bass trap up there in the top as well. And you're going to hear in just a minute, whenever we get this demo going, just how important all of these elements coming together are to make a fantastic sounding system.
As we explore every part of the remote seas, and who knows what other secrets are out there, waiting to be discovered. And meet astonishing animals. We've begun to appreciate the importance of our oceans.
Clear around! 30 seconds! Got me with you!
North side stick, starboard side stick. Move fast and clear those murder holes.
Woo! Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video and that demo. That was pretty sweet. This is an awesome sounding theater room, and we're going to keep doing more and more like this for you guys, recording them and putting them online. We are also now servicing other parts of the nation. If you would like us to fly out to your location, do an install for you, we'd be happy to. Now, I hope you found it informative. If you'd like to buy something, just give us a call, shoot us an email, and one of our sales guys will be happy to help you. And I will also do my best to get back to you whenever you send in a direct request. Well, I hope you guys liked it. Give me a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe down below. This is Zach with Dreamedia Home Theater. Thank you for watching.